I want to do something now to diffuse your old mindset and karma. The most difficult thing in the world is to change anyone, including yourself. The mindset keeps coming to you. And if you examine that, you will be committing the same mistakes over and over again. This is called in psychology repeating the patterns. The pattern gets repeated. You will consistently get a bad job, consistently get a bad relationship, consistently do the same mistake over and over again. And it is due to an innate predilection within your own consciousness to go and choose for these things. And that is bad karma. You have to keep your slate completely clean. If you can walk out of this hall today as a completely new person, without any past behavioral patterns, then the sky is the limit. Then the sky is the limit. It is because out of fear of the unknown that we don't want to give up the old things. We just want to cling on to the known. We have a tremendous amount of potential and opportunities. The only true wealth you have is your own divine consciousness. If you can draw from that, then you can change anything that you don't like in your life. Whether your home, car, clothes, everything will go away. You are clinging on to it. Don't allow the mind to think too many thoughts. If you want to make a proper use of the mind, don't go blah-blahing. Instead of blah-blahing, just keep this chant going on. Om Guru Namah Shivaya. Om Guru. See, what's the use of saying Guru Namah Shivaya? Because you become him. Because you become what you think. But instead of doing that, what we are trying to do is we are thinking upon strategies. What's the best strategy for me to go and be successful? So strategic planning occupies about 90% of our consciousness, and it has failed. So it's time that you have to change your model, your paradigm. And you cannot even change your paradigm on your own. You need grace. I am not here to talk about ordinary things or human behavior. I am here to give you an understanding of miracles. I have known many of my people. If you go to the site called the Miracles of Dattatreya Shiva Baba, you will see how many people have experienced miracles. Money showed up in the bank account. I'll share you two instances. One person from New York, he's so devoted, and then there was $100,000 money showed up in the account. And then he did not know how, when they traced the person who put the money, and he kept the money in the account and kept it for a week, and then he used the money. Then they found out the guy who deposited the money did not have money in the account, but then he cashed the money. So the two banks were fighting, and I came back and said, this guy's check is no good, but you cashed the check. And he said, I kept it for a week and then I cashed it. 3 months later, the banks came back to him, 3 or 6 months later, I don't remember, it's a few years ago. They said, we have reconciled this problem between the two banks, so you don't have to pay. I don't know what happened. There is another instance of a person, and he started a business with that money. There was another instance in London. There is a guy who got 200,000 pounds in his account. It was a check from a huge corporation, and he never worked for the corporation or nothing. And then he used the money and started a business. But then after 6 months they found out the check was wrongly deposited. And then the bank came back and asked him, so it was by mistake the money has been transferred to your account. So what can you do? Well, I spent the money, so you know that I don't have the money in my account. So what you still owe the money. So what can you do? So I can pay 500 pounds a month for lifetime. Okay. Things can happen many ways. There are innumerable ways that miracles can happen.